Hey, what's up, Coach?
Okay.
Hey, man, this team has never done really well on the road. So, how do you get them to understand the how important it is to get started early?
Well, I mean, obviously the South Dakota tournament, man, it really it wasn't good for us for a lot of reasons. And the Auburn loss was pretty much for the same reasons, man. I've kind of challenged my staff and I to be more diligent and more strict on situations instead of allowing them to fester. When you see things that are happening that we're not used to seeing, guys are definitely on well behaved and playing the right way during practice. And then as soon as the game starts, kind of shifted a little bit. And being a player's coach, you kind of let guys try to play through things. But then when it starts to become detrimental, that's when you get the losses. So going on the road, first of all, you have to be together. You have to be united. You have to be as one. And if the guys on the floor that aren't trying to do that, or on the team aren't trying to do that, then you got to pull them.
Danielle?
Penny, I saw you were doing some late night film work on Sunday. Is there anything that you saw, upon a rewatch that stuck out to you that, maybe wasn't apparent immediately after the game?
Well, it's a lot of things that are going on. It's like the organization of what we're trying to do offensively. Cody's kind of like our offensive coordinator. I've kind of taken the reins over from that since the Auburn game, kind of wanted to get back to what I kind of like to do. And Cody's been doing a fantastic job. Defensively, miscommunication problems when we've gone over this game plan plenty of times, filmed before we went to the game. So to me, it's the focus of things that are going on that we just got to get much better at.
Terry?
Hey, Coach, you think these players have bought into your game plan? I know last year you said it took a little while for the guys to buy in. Do you think they fully bought into what you're selling this year?
I think they bought in. I just think that the focus changes once the game starts to themselves instead of staying on the team. And that's been the biggest challenge to me is that you have everything set up. Like we'll come in today and we'll have a beautiful practice. Everybody's on board. And then when the game starts, people deviate. And for whatever reason, I don't know why, man, you have to put yourself you can't put yourself before the team. You have to put the team before yourself. And a couple guys just aren't willing to do that, man. And I just have to do better by coaching those guys harder until they buy in.
Jason?
Hey, Penny, you said you've, since the Auburn game, you have sort of taken over the reins of the offense to get back to what you like to do. In general, what, major differences there, or is it, what do you mean by that when you say get back to what I like to do?
No, I'm a basic guy. When I was in high school, I really didn't have the help. As far as like guys just allowed me to be me. So I did both sides of the ball. Since I've gotten Cody Tarper, I've kind of relied on him a lot and allowed him to blossom on the offensive end. And, I find myself during the games trying to get locked in, because I'm more of the defensive mind of the team or whatever. But now I need to have both. And that's no knock on Cody. He does a beautiful job. He works his butt off. But for me to be comfortable, I gotta get back into the things that I used to do.
Terry?
Hey, Coach, this Tulane team is not the same one from last year. They've much improved. So how you get your guys to make sure to not overlook this team and play what you need to do in order to avoid an upset?
We're going on the road and we're desperate right now. We got to go in and play desperate, and you respect every team. Usually the first conference game, everybody's fired up. They're going to be fired up. They're undefeated. This is probably their biggest game thus far because they're playing us, and we've kind of owned them there and kind of owned the series. So Coach Hunter playing that zone is going to have those guys fired up. But we got to go in and get a win, man, by any means.
Danielle?
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Penny, that Tulane plays a lot of zone, and I know you guys have seen that against Western Kentucky, and then I think against Arkansas State as well. Based on how you guys were able to attack that in previous games, and kind of how the shooting's been in a slump, how confident are you in your ability to play against the zone and exploit that?
Well, I'm very confident that we're going to get the looks that we need. Now, making the shots, on the other hand, is on the boys. They got to go out there and they have to take care of business. That arena gave them problems. In Atlanta, we really didn't shoot the ball well. We haven't shot the ball well at all. But, Tulane being a closed-in gym, much smaller, maybe that'll be better to fit their eye. Their sight lines are better. But we're ready for zone. We'll get the looks that we want. We just have to knock them down.
Jason?
How did the guys respond to the struggles that they had against Auburn, like the missed layups, the missed free throws? Have you noticed like that has affected them in any way over these last couple of days, or not?
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that, and it should affect them. You got to make your free throws, and you got to make your layups. I mean, this is not especially when you go on the road. You can get away with it a little bit at home. We're playing defense well enough to beat teams. We're just not playing offense well enough to beat teams, and that's frustrating. And they're frustrated as well.
Mark?
Yeah, hey, Penny. Have you guys gotten any clarification on how this, if this rule change happens tomorrow with the transfer waivers, like would DeAndre, if that goes through tomorrow, will DeAndre be available tomorrow night? Like, have you gotten any clarification on how that works?
Believe me, I'm waiting on DeAndre.
Yeah.
DeAndre is our best all-around player. DJ Jeffers is our most talented, but DeAndre is the best all-around player, man. He brings energy. He holds guys to a higher standard. If that rule passes tomorrow, he will be on the floor.
Gotcha. Okay. So it wouldn't be something where it would like go into effect Thursday, so he wouldn't be available tomorrow.
Oh, no. If it goes into tomorrow, he's playing tomorrow.
All right. Thanks.
Terry?
Hey, Coach, you mentioned frustration, man. How frustrating is it for you as a coach and the coaching staff for the guys to do one thing in practice, then when the lights come on, do something totally different?
No, it pisses me off because, I got into this business for the right reasons. Obviously, I have my fair share of things as a coach that I have to take, responsibility for and credit for. If we lose, I'm taking the hit every time, which is fine. But I don't like the fact that we're doing well in practice and then as soon as the game starts, we separate. We got to stay together. That's all I'm going to preach.